The day marked 10 years since my father passed away, but the memories of him are still as vivid as if it happened just yesterday. It was a hot summer afternoon with the sun shimmering over the countryside and a gentle breeze rustling through the trees. My dad, who was always so strong and resilient, left us while surrounded by family. I never imagined that day would not only be a goodbye, but also a turning point that changed my life forever. That time taught me a lot about myself and life, and those memories, those photos, they all feel so fresh in my mind. Before he was gone, I took so many things for granted. The time I had with him, the stability of our family, and the certainty of the future. But after he was gone, everything changed. Suddenly, I was faced with so much uncertainty. I had to take on more work, juggle long hours while still trying to keep up with college. There were nights when I felt completely drained, both physically and mentally. In those dark moments, I had to dig deep and find a strength I didn't know I had. I became more resilient, more determined, and focused on what truly matters in life. Little things like reading a good book, chatting with people, or watching the rain started to mean so much more to me. Losing my dad made me realize just how precious and fragile life is. I began to see the world with more wonder and appreciation, and became kinder and more patient with those around me. But what really helped me get through the toughest times was my commitment to honoring my dad's memory. I poured myself into my studies. I made sure my mom was happy. I was determined to make him proud. Every little action and victory, no matter how small, became a way to keep his legacy alive. It became personal for me. And of course, the unwavering support of my family, my mom, my siblings, and my closest friends was invaluable. They were my rock, the shoulders I leaned on when I felt like I couldn't go on. Their love and encouragement gave me the strength to keep moving forward. I've got to be honest with you, losing my dad was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. But in the end, it made me a better, stronger, and more purposeful person. I wouldn't have chosen for my life to change this way, but I know I'm on the right path. I'll always miss him terribly, but I know he'd be proud of the life I'm building, a life filled with meaning, resilience, and a deep appreciation for every moment. I've become more patient, more empathetic, and more mindful of the value of every relationship in my life. I don't take a single day for granted anymore. I'm also making sure to take care of my mom and living each moment with mindfulness and gratitude. The truth is, life is fragile. But instead of letting that reality paralyze me with fear, I've chosen to embrace it. And I want you, my readers, to do the same. If there's one thing I hope you take away from my story, it's this. Cherish every moment, savor the little things, and never underestimate the strength you have to overcome even the biggest challenges you face. This path hasn't been easy, for sure, but I've come out of it more resilient, more grateful, and more determined than ever to live a life that would make my dad proud. What about you? When I walked into his room, everything was just as he left it, like he'd only been gone for a minute. In the drawer, tucked away in a corner, I found a small notebook where he used to jot down his thoughts and dreams. As I flipped through the pages, I stumbled upon something that took my breath away. He had mapped out every step of my life, every goal, every challenge I would face, almost like he knew it all in advance. His last words weren't just advice. They were a letter from the future filled with hope, love, and encouragement. He wrote, "My dear, if you're reading this, It means you face the storms and come out stronger. I knew you would. I'm not there to watch you grow anymore, but remember, I'm always with you in your heart. The road ahead might be rough, but don't be afraid. Walk with the resilience I've taught you. You will always be my greatest pride. I couldn't hold back my tears, but at the same time, I felt a new strength rise within me. He didn't just leave behind memory. He handed me the key to unlocking the life I've always dreamed of. From that moment on, I knew I'd keep moving forward, not just for myself, but to fulfill the dreams he had envisioned for me. Through this emotional and powerful story, I want to share some life lessons with you all, hoping they'll serve as motivation for you to continue your journey with faith and determination so that each day can be a little happier and more successful. Life is fragile and unpredictable. Live fully in the present. Cherish every moment with your loved ones and never take the simple joys of life for granted. Those small things will become your comfort and motivation when you face tough times. Life isn't always smooth, and sometimes we have to deal with unavoidable losses. But it's during the hardest moments that you discover the hidden strength within you. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. No matter what life throws at you, always hold on to gratitude. Be thankful for what you've been through, for the valuable lessons life has taught you, and for the people who have been there for you. Gratitude will keep you balanced and give you peace of mind. Relationships are the most valuable assets you have in life. Take time to listen, share, and love the people close to you. Family love and connection will be an endless source of strength to help you get through any storm. Fear is natural, but don't let it stop you from moving forward. Learn to embrace it and then gradually overcome it. When you face your fears, you'll discover abilities you never knew you had. The world needs more kindness and compassion. Always be willing to help others, even in small ways. Kindness doesn't just brighten someone else's life, it enriches your own soul. My story is clear proof that no matter how tough life gets, we can stand firm and move forward as long as we keep our faith and live with love, gratitude, and resilience. I hope these life lessons will inspire you to continue your journey with optimism and an unyielding spirit.